What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Um, Real quick, I've been running the other channel, Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to that one too. I've been running that one. We're on our third year now. It's been insane. We're started our third year, I should say. We've been 2 full years. Anyways, it's been crazy. I've learned so much. When I started this, I didn't have a clue how to make a video other than record it. I've learned editing. I've had to learn posting on YouTube and adding all kinds of stuff. It's been such an interesting learning experience. But one thing that helped me stay focused with that channel and to continue bringing content. I do things in like series, and sometimes the series may not make sense to you, and it only makes sense to me. Like all the wrestlers for 1 week makes sense to me that they go together, and for you guys it may be like, I don't know why you keep saying this makes sense, but it did. It did for me. But there's also been series where I do a series worth of stuff, and like I did a whole month worth of unboxing women's wrestlers. I did a week-long Undertaker series for Halloween, or it might have been 2 weeks. I can't remember. There was a bunch of Undertaker figures. And I say that because the next couple of weeks, I've got a series for this channel. And it is going to be the Neca TMNT Universal Monsters crossover figures. Now, some of these may look like they have been unboxed previously, and some of them may not. Some of them I have had unboxed, and I boxed them back up. I mentioned in a video before about I had to completely box everything up in here, take everything down to redo the floors. And so that's why some of these look like they've been repackaged. I'm the only owner, the only person that's ever owned these, so there was not anybody else. So if you've seen these figures before and you look at it and you're like, well, that does not quite the way it looked in the package when I got it, that's why. But since I've had them boxed up and now I want to display them, we're going to do some unboxings and reviews. And when we get to the end of it, we're going to do another one of those ranking videos. I had a lot of fun with the Super 7 one. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you haven't, check that video out. It was a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that again. We'll rank these, which one is the best one, my favorite, and which one maybe my least favorite. We'll get into that. But we've got, I think there's like 9 of them. I don't have any of the black and white ones. I chose not to do that. So, but today we're going to do Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. One thing I am going to do is I'm doing these in order they were released. At least I'm pretty sure I've got them in the right order. Yeah, if not, it's very close, and it's close enough for me. So, right off the bat, NECA, A+ for packaging every time. Never fails. Artwork is fantastic. You see on the side here, we've got the other figures. It shows Raphael as Frankenstein's monster, Leonardo as the Hunchback, and Michelangelo as the Mummy. And it's all blacked out, but that's April as Bride of Frankenstein, which is really cool. And then on this side, we've got that looking really cool. Got all the little information there. And the back has tons of artwork, all kinds of different poses and ways to display the figure, which is always cool. And then these NECA boxes, if you're not familiar with them, are always open up like that and have a window in them. Beautiful. Another great pose of the figure. And then you can open it up and see pretty much everything. Absolutely phenomenal. NECA doesn't make a lot of mistakes. They've got some great stuff. I've got a lot of NECA stuff. What I will say about NECA, if you are not collecting NECA and you're thinking about it, or you see my videos and are like, you know what, I think I just may have to get those because those were really cool. Thing to remember with NECA is similar to like some of these other like Super 7 and stuff. These are, again, not toys. I know the channel's called Gladiator Toys. I know it's an action figure. That makes you think, yes, this is toys. However, these are not made to be played with. Yes, you can pose them carefully. However, they are fragile. I don't know how fragile these turtle ones are, but I have seen some NECA horror figures take a spill, and there's no coming back from that. Some of my favorite stuff in my collection, though, is made by NECA. So I'm in no way trying to sway anyone from buying NECA figures. Absolutely some of my favorites. Alright, so we've got, slide him out, we've got some hands. Looks like we've got a set of closed fist hands. Very cool. Then we've got this set of hands, which is very similar to the ones that he's got on. Once we get him out, I'll see what the difference is. And then we've got his size, which are lightning bolts, which is really cool. Awesome lightning bolt size. Very cool that they did that. Now, let's see if we can get him out. Oh, Lord. This is... Can you hear the plastic? Really? Just pop the feet and then he slides right out? Ridiculous. Alright, so... Yeah, I mean... It's like... That's strange. I wonder if I got hosed here, because these hands that it came with are like exactly the same as the ones he's got on. I don't know. Like, I mean, identical. I don't see any difference whatsoever. But we can move this out of the way now. All right. These guys, they're heavy. These turtles, though, are amazing. I love these Universal Monster crossovers. I've said it on here a million times. I'm a huge horror fan. I have collected every Universal Monster figure NECA has put out in the black and white. I thought that was amazing that they did those in black and white. We'll eventually do some videos about those too. All kinds of details. That's where NECA shines. There's so many details on this. Excuse me. You know, his shell is broken, and a broken sewer cover is used there. This chain, I think, is actually metal. I don't think that's plastic. All kinds of stuff. And he does have, and I never understood that on the Raphael figures. Most of the time, the little holders for his size are behind him. We'll put them in. But you can never, and I'm sure it's just me thinking too much into it, but you can't ever, like the figure themselves, it could never reach around to grab those. You know, they can't reach. So, I know I'm thinking too far into it, but absolutely incredible figure. The thing with these guys is getting them to balance, because that shell is so heavy that it's, if you have the legs straight, he's falling over. It's just all there is to it. I will get the spinner out and put him up on there and get some really nice close up looks at him. I've got to figure out the balance point to where I can get him to stand up. There we go. As you can see, he's got the big flat head. He does still have his mask on and all of that. Uh, I mean, you can look at these figures for hours and just admire all the details. Like, they're not the most flexible in the world. That's not something NECA is known for. They are known for having some of the most good looking figures, though. This is incredible. Look at that. Got him nice and balanced. I will tell you that when I had them previously displayed, and some of them still have the sticky stuff on the bottom of their feet, I have to use the earthquake putty on them because they are very hard to balance and they will fall over very easily. So it's just something you got to plan for. They do have peg holes in the feet, so you can put them on a stand. My problem with most stands, especially the NECA ones, they're very big around, and if your space is limited, that one figure takes up enough space that you could be getting 2 figures in, sometimes 3. But as far as accessories go, that's all he came with. He came with 2 versions of the exact same hands, some closed fist hands, and the size. The rest of it is just all in the detail. The big old clunky Frankenstein feet. So cool. And again, as we get ready to outro this, I'll put him up on the spinner. I'll bring it up over here to the side as I outro and give you such an amazing look. I know the video should be turning out good, but it's not going to do these figures justice, because these things, some of my favorite stuff that NECA has done, to be perfectly honest. I've got probably closer to Halloween, I'm going to get into really some of the stuff NECA has done that I just love this NECA stuff. It some of my favorite stuff. I for the longest time never wanted to get into the NECA figures. I was just like, $35 a figure, oh, that's too expensive. And all they do is Predators and Aliens. And then I got to a little bit deeper into it, and then they start releasing all the Jason figures. We got Freddy, we've got Pinhead, we've got Michael Myers, we've got a few different versions of Myers. The Terminator stuff. The John Matrix figure from Commando. Talk about a fantastic figure. Tons of weapons it came with. Details are incredible on that one. Anyways, I'll stop being a NECA fanboy. I really do like NECA stuff. We'll venture into my NECA collection later on down the road to really get into it, because there's a lot to look at. Anyways, this was all about Raphael as Frankenstein. Beautiful packaging. Can't go wrong. I know right now, as of the time of this recording, if you get on to Big Bag Toy Store, they've got a lot of these on sale. And if you don't have them and you're a Ninja Turtle / horror guy like I am, or you're just a Ninja Turtle guy, jump on these, because these are fun to display. They are so fun to look at. You can't go wrong. Like I said, some of my favorite stuff in my collection. But that's all we got to look at today. There's no, I mean, like with the articulation, it's not, overly dramatic. It looks like double jointed elbows for sure. There's knee pads, so the joints are a little bit hindered there. A little bit of ankle articulation. I think the knees may be double jointed as well. You got a little bit of swivel up here in the thigh there. A little bit of movement. Not a whole lot. The shell restricts that. Definitely no ab crunch. NECA doesn't do much ab crunch. And then you got shoulder movement. They are. That's what I'm saying about Neca though. Is they're made. The joints are very stiff. I've seen. Hey. What did we say? We talked about this. He's gonna fall again. The joints can be very stiff, and I've seen lots of videos. I've had it happen myself. Arm snaps because the joint wouldn't move, and you want that arm to stick straight up and make a pose, and then you snap the damn arm. So you've got to be careful with NECA stuff. As beautiful and amazing as they are and highly detailed, as far as being fragile, they're up there. So, anyways, great figure. Definitely get in on them while they're on sale. Get you some of these. You're not going to be disappointed. But that's going to do it for this one. I rambled a bit more than I intended to, but that's all right. If you've been a fan of the channel for the last 6 months, you already know that's a bad habit of mine. But if you hadn't already, please smash that like button. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this Raphael as Frankenstein's monster figure. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notification bells so you don't miss any of the other great content we got coming to the channel. This full series, tons of other things coming. You don't want to miss it. Also, check out my other channel, Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. All of my wrestling figure videos show up on that channel, plus tons of other wrestling content. And live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time, Gladiator Wrestling Podcast. Come check out the show. Talk some wrestling with us. It's a great time. I hope to see you there. Also, check out the other half of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast, The Chase Collector. Over there on his channel, he's been showing off his Chase variant figures and some other stuff. So make sure you check out what he's got going on. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Gladiator out.